Hi, Mike Donahue here again on part two of the new Google Quiz feature. I'm going to go through two things here. This is the quiz that in the previous video I created, the things they carried, quiz 2, and as you can see, there are two responses. What I do want you to see is what the students will see. So I'm going to switch to my fake student account, which is student03, and I'm going to take the quiz as a fake student. And here, everything is required, as you remember. Here, it's going to be student 03. Let's get rid of the I. No I in student, not a big deal. Today's date is 7/27/16. Who is the main character of this story? It was Tim O'Brien. I'm going to get some of these wrong, just to show you what it looks like when they're wrong. What country does the main character plan to escape to avoid the war? The Vietnam War. Of course, we all knew they wanted to go to Minnesota. What river separates Minnesota from Canada? The Rainy River. And who is the owner of the Tip Top Lodge? That was Elroy Bergdahl. Now, the student will do that. It's only 4 questions. So they will click Submit. And then they'll say, if you remember, I gave them the option of looking at the score. You can see your previous responses, or you can see your score. So here, this will pull up their score. I had 15 out of 20, so I got one wrong. And once you get this, you can record this as a 20-point quiz, a 100-point quiz, however you want to use it in your gradebook. Here's the main character of the story. I got that one right. It says, remember, this is metafiction, Minnesota. It tells them then what the correct answer was. The Rainy River. That, if you remember, this is part of the correct answer response that I included, and I got lazy at the end and didn't include a correct answer response there. So that's what it looks like as a student. Now let's go back to my quiz, and you'll see now that over here 3 responses are in. These are the questions, the responses. Now as a teacher, then you click on responses. The first page gives you a nice chart, gives you the names, gives you the dates, gives you a breakdown of the answers that were given. So you can, in assessing your quiz, look at some of these assessments and say, why did 2 students put Minnesota as the country and not Canada? Maybe it's a bad question, maybe it's a bad student. That's for you to determine, but this kind of information can help teachers determine what is the best way to ask a question. When you go back to this, you go over to here to individual responses. And here I'll zoom in so you see. Here you can look at 2 of 3, 3 of 3. You can scroll down the whole. So I want to look at the one that we just did, right? Student 03. And it'll tell me exactly what they put. It'll show the teacher exactly what the students chose and give the point values as well. And then that's done. As I said, a lot will depend on how you want to record these, but it really didn't take that much time. It took me 10 minutes to put together the quiz, just like I would any quiz. And once they're all in, you can scroll through and see numbered responses, as here, as 15 out of 20, and then put those into your gradebook as you like. You can also include short answer questions, but short answer questions are trickier to make the computer actually grade them. You have to be very specific in the language because it will ask you what answers to actually look for. And I've had marginal success when I'm testing that out, but I could still give 4 multiple choice questions, 1 short answer quiz, and grade that out of 5 points just like the rest, and record that into my book. It's a way to really centralize in Google Apps for Education almost anything that you can do in the classroom. Okay, it's still summer school, and it's the last day of the heat wave, so I am going to stop recording now and go home and sit in the air conditioning.